Ladies and gentlemen, digital investors, welcome back to another video where we cover the daily crypto news. In this one, I kind of want to just have a conversation with you guys about the news we got about the S.E.C and Ripple and everything that is going on. So if you haven't heard, which I'm sure you have, because this has got to be the biggest news, not only in the Ripple community, but man, like people, Bitcoin maximalists are having a field day with this. I feel like this today is the absolute most talked about news. So I was like, you know what, let's just do a full video dedicated to this. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation about it. And let's also actually look at XRP, the price chart, right? Because a lot of people are thinking that this is going to be bearish for XRP. But let's keep in mind that the S.E.C isn't coming after XRP. It's going after Ripple, okay? And we still don't even know exactly what the S.E.C's position is, because this has been brought out first by garlinghouse, which is even more strange, right? Like, why would you as the company bring this out first, give yourself a negative headline, right? Because this is, for most people, they're going to be perceiving this as a negative headline. Now, I know not all of you are. The minority of you probably are. And see, the thing is, guys, is that I have a lot of different people on my channel. So I have some of you guys who have been here since 2017, some of you guys even earlier than that. And I also have people who, you know, they just found out about XRP for the first time. So sometimes it's hard to figure out how to explain things because we're all coming at this from different angles. We all have different experience levels. So for me, when I saw this news today, and I know it came out yesterday, but I actually didn't see it until today when I woke up. Yesterday, I did my video yesterday. I didn't look at any news. So this came out like right after I finished that up. So I saw this morning. And it wasn't surprising to me, right? Like, this was something that you could say that you expected, right? We knew we were looking for clarity. We also know that our government, mainly the US government, has no idea when it comes to cryptocurrencies and stuff like that, right? I mean, you go and you listen to their talks, and it is literally a bunch of clowns like trying to figure stuff out that they have no idea what they're figuring out. I remember some people are calling Bitcoin in there. A lot of them are just laughing, not taking it serious. So of course we have things like this that happen. And the S.E.C is not the first to target Ripple, right? They've targeted many other crypto companies before. A lot of the times when it has to do with ICOs, right? If you were a company that had a good ICO, the S.E.C comes after you. The weird, odd thing about Ripple is that they never had an actual ICO. So this in particular is a little different compared to what we're used to seeing with other crypto projects. But again, we still don't even know exactly where the S.E.C is standing because that information isn't released yet. So right now, it really seems like you have way too many people making way too many assumptions, jumping the trigger, and most of all, being extremely emotional. And I get it, this stuff looks scary, but you should know what it is that you own, right? You should know what it is that you hold. If you don't understand how this could have even been possible, then you didn't do enough research about Ripple and XRP before investing into it. Because everyone that I have talked to about this, who has been here for multiple years, and I know does their research on this, they're not losing any sleep at night, okay? Because we know, literally, Ripple has said that if America, the US, shuts them out, they will go to another G20 market, okay? So everything you're seeing right now is just short-term fear. With that said, guys, let's jump into it. If you're frequent viewers of the show and you'd like to show some support, just drop this video a like. It helps a ton with the YouTube algorithm to pick this video up and show it to more people. So guys, this news is official. We have it from the New York Times. We have it from Fortune. We have it from Reuters. So blockchain firm Ripple plans to fight approaching US S.E.C lawsuit. So let's start here, right? Let's start right from the horse's mouth with garlinghouse. He says today, this was 16 hours ago, so depending on your time zone, but today the S.E.C voted to attack crypto. Chairman Jay Clayton, in his final act, is picking winners and trying to limit U.S. innovation in the crypto industry to Bitcoin and Ethereum, and he links the Fortune article, so that's the one we'll skim over today. garlinghouse follows up. He says, "We know crypto and blockchain technologies aren't going anywhere. Ripple has and will continue to use XRP because it is the best digital asset for payments, speed, cost, scalability, and energy efficiency. It's traded on 200 plus exchanges globally and will continue to thrive. The S.E.C, out of step with other G20 markets and the rest of the US government, should not be able to cherry pick what innovation looks like, especially when their decision directly benefits China. Make no mistake, we are ready to fight and win. This battle is just beginning." Of course Ripple's ready to fight and win, guys. They've been adding members to their board that could fight and win a case like this since their inception, right? You take a look at the Ripple team. This is what I mean when I say if you know what you hold, you have to know what you hold getting into this type of stuff, right? For say this was a different coin, right? Another coin that was a speculative bet of mine that I wasn't sure of. You know what? Yeah, maybe that would be the time to dump it. But when you've done your research on Ripple and you've done your research on XRP, you know what it is that you invested into. Again, this is something that could have been expected. Brad Garlinghouse has also told us in the past what he would do if this happened. So that means that they were wargaming over at Ripple of what they would do, right? If Brad Garlinghouse put out a response saying that if they were deemed a security, that if the US did shun them out, they would move to another G20 market, they've wargamed for this. They've prepared for this. So let's look at the article and let's look at everything that we know now. So Ripple says it will be sued by the SEC in what the company calls a parting shot at the crypto industry. Ripple said Monday that the SEC is poised to file a bombshell lawsuit against the company over the alleged sale of unlicensed securities. The lawsuit will name Brad Garlinghouse and the co-founder Chris Larsen as defendants, according to Garlinghouse. Judith Burns, a spokesperson for the SEC, declined Fortune's request for comment about the lawsuit or to confirm that there would be one. I mean, really couldn't even confirm that there would be one? That's pretty interesting, right? Imagine all the people selling their bags and then the SEC backs out at the last minute because they realize they have no clue what it is that they're talking about. That would be quite comical, guys. If the agency does sue Ripple, the action will follow years of debate between the company and the agency about whether XRP, the digital currency associated with Ripple, is a security like a share of stock, which must be registered with the agency, or is instead a currency and thus beyond the SEC's purview. As we know, guys, XRP is a currency. XRP is the third most valuable cryptocurrency and currently has a market cap of $23 billion. Ripple's decision to announce that it's about to be sued is an unusual one, and I would agree. Garlinghouse has predicted the incoming Biden administration may be friendlier to the crypto industry than the Trump administration has been, suggesting that Ripple's preemptive announcement may have a political component. Garlinghouse blasted the SEC decision to sue right before the holidays and said Ripple will fight the case. He says it's not just Grinch-worthy, it's shocking. If it's an attack on the entire crypto industry and American innovation. Sorry, not if it's, but it is an attack on the entire crypto industry and American innovation. Brad Garlinghouse says Clayton did this with one foot out the door. Rather shamefully, he has decided to sue Ripple and leave the legal work to the next chairman. I find that to be very, very odd as well, right? It doesn't this whole thing just seem strange? I mean, why would you do this right as you're exiting, right? If a new chairman is coming in, then why would you bring this up knowing that you're not even going to be able to deal with it? It's just very, very strange. In the meantime, Ripple is preparing to litigate. Brad Garlinghouse says, I think we have to stand up for all of crypto and not let the SEC bully the entire industry. He added, we're going to be on the right side of history. So guys, it's fine and dandy and all, but again, Brad Garlinghouse on behalf of Ripple is the one coming with this first. I need to see what the SEC says, right? That's basically what we all need to see. We need to see what is the SEC actually claiming, and then go back and see if they are actually right. Is there any merit to what they are claiming? Or is this another case of big government having no clue about what's going on and stifling innovation? Now, let's get into a couple more facts. So this is also from Brad Garlinghouse. And guys, if you go to Brad Garlinghouse's Twitter feed, I mean, it's been like an awesome response because all the information you need is really right here. So Brad Garlinghouse shares a tweet from Stuart Alderati. And this is what it says. It says, in 2015, the US government concluded XRP was a virtual currency. Last I checked, the SEC is still part of the US government. Here's the plus side. The industry will finally get the clarity it deserves. Goodbye Howey test and hello Ripple test. Stuart Alderati is a general counsel at Ripple with over 30 years of legal experience in banking, regulatory affairs, and complex litigation. And here we have it on this Fortune article. It says, in the meantime, Ripple is preparing to litigate. So it looks like they're really going to go after this, guys. And Ripple and their team, they know their stuff. They know their stuff. I'm honestly scared to see what happens. I think they're going to make a mockery out of the SEC, because the SEC is just so far behind the times. The Howey test, for those of you that don't know, is basically the test that they conduct to see what is a security. Now, he also retweeted this from Yoshitaka Katao, the head of SBI, and he says Japan's FSA has already made it clear that XRP is not a security. I'm optimistic that Ripple will prevail in the final ruling in the US. SBI Holdings remains a steadfast partner to Ripple and looks forward to expanding together in Asia. It is nice to see Ripple's partners being very, very loyal. The other thing, guys, again, keep in mind, let's just assume the worst, right? Let's assume the worst, and let's say that the SEC, when they release their paper, they're gonna, be on a full declaration that XRP is a security. And let's assume the worst after that, that they win that, right? They actually win that case and XRP is declared a security within the United States. Well, again, what is Ripple going to do? They're going to move to a different G20 market. What could one of those G20 markets be? Why could it not be Japan, where Japan's FSA has already made it clear that XRP is not a security? Okay, so that's the thing, guys, is that XRP does not need the USA. The USA is what needs XRP, right? Because the US dollar is failing. I thought in the government, within the SEC, they probably know that by now. Maybe they don't. Guys, maybe they are even dumber than we thought. But with all of the oddness surrounding this entire thing, what this really looks like to me is a problem, reaction, solution event, right? Ripple has a problem. They can't get clarity. They're not getting any clarity, and their innovation is being stifled. Reaction, they got a reaction out of the SEC, right? The SEC declares them a security. Solution, now Ripple can finally go head to head with the SEC, present them all of the evidence showing them that they are not a security, and then at the end of the day, whether they are declared a security or not, we have regulatory clarity. So what is coming out of the end of all of this? Everything that we have been asking for, everything that we have been wanting, everything that Ripple has said they have needed. Out of the end of this, I see us getting that regulatory clarity we needed. Again, guys, problem, reaction, solution. All of that said, guys, if we go to a news article, you go to Cointelegraph, XRP price plunges 21% in 2 days as SEC targets Ripple. What's next? The XRP price correction is exacerbated by reports of a looming lawsuit against Ripple, okay? When you see a title like this, you really want to sell your bags, right? It makes you think like, wow, this is scary. And that's what I found. I've seen so many people claiming that they're ready to sell, claiming that, they no longer want a part of XRP. It's been too long, things like that. And that's the thing, guys. Again, going back to, do you know what it is that you hold? Here's a new line. Did you even look at the charts? Okay, like obviously most of the people saying this have not even looked at the charts, right? So let's go. Let's take a look at the XRP USD chart, and we can see like what is so bad about this, right? We're getting our dip, and we are getting our dip perfectly onto a beautiful, an absolutely beautiful support level, right? Now, this is what I am thinking. We're either going to hold support here, and I have this line drawn around the 46-cent level, but we could go a little lower than that. Well, we could go a lot lower than that, but the main zone here that I'm looking for is between, I would say between 43.5 cents all the way up to here at about 48 cents, right? That's basically our support level, our support range. If we lose that, it's still not the end of the world. If you lose that, you have our next support level, which is right here at about 30 cents, right? That support range could be between 32 to 28 cents. That would be that support floor range. If we lose that, we have our 21-cent level. And if we lose that, well, then this is an entirely different picture that we are looking at. And then it may very well be time to get bearish, right? And me personally, guys, as you can see, I like to go through worst case scenarios. That is how I always do everything. I'm always going through, all right, what's the worst case scenario? What's the worst case scenario? And I rarely ever assume that the absolute best case scenario is going to happen. Of course, I run that best case scenario through my head, but I never necessarily plan on that happening. So in my opinion, we could come all the way down to 21 cents. But on a macro level, this would still be, very bullish. Now, I also don't think it's likely that we would come down to 21 cents. I'm just saying that even if we did, we would still be on support, right? It wouldn't be the prettiest looking chart, but it would be a chart that still makes sense to be bullish long term nonetheless. As of right now, with where we're sitting right now at this 46-cent level, best case scenario is we would hold this and we make our next leg up, right? That would be the best case scenario in my opinion. Again, there's no guarantee that that has to happen. If there's a lot of emotional investors out there right now, if there's still a lot of weak hands being shaken out, then I think we definitely could see a retest of this roughly the 30-cent level. Things get crazy in crypto. They get very, very volatile. And the only way that you're going to be able to make long-term trades, long-term investing, is by being able to sit on your hands. And you can sit on your hands much easier when you know what you own. Okay, on this channel, you guys know we don't talk about a lot about trading very much. We don't talk a lot about, swing trading or anything like that. We're not here to, and some of you may be, and some of you guys, I know you're watching a lot of different types of content. You guys are watching traders. You guys are watching people like me who are more long-term, and I talk about more things that are long-term. So if you're going to buy long-term and hold long-term, it's very, very important to know what it is that you're holding. Because if you don't know, then some news like this could shake you out of the market. I feel like a lot of people are just looking for this answer of what should I do? What do we do now? What is next? And I don't have an answer for you. I think you should do whatever makes sense for you. But if you want to know what I'm doing absolutely nothing. That is what I'm doing. I'm sitting on my hands, and I know that this news is going to be quickly forgotten about. XRP could pump 10% and nobody will be talking about this again, right? Until if we get some more articles, some more mainstream news drops, things like that, trying to shake people out again. But literally, crypto is so volatile, guys. The sky is falling one day, and then you could be up 5-10%, and we're going to the moon the next day. And this news drop is a perfect example of that. At 70 cents, guys, at 70 cents, I saw so many people on my YouTube channel, on my Twitter page, in messaging groups. XRP was above 70 cents and people were wishing, begging, hoping that XRP would come down to lower prices one last time. They said, if I could just have one last time to buy some cheaper XRP, I would do it. And guys, this S.E.C news has literally triggered those cheaper prices for these people, right? Maybe you were one of those people. At 70 cents, you were just wishing for a cheaper XRP. Now that you have that cheaper XRP, are you buying or are you sitting out because this is scary? Okay, guys, buying the cheap XRP is always scary. If when we were up at 70 cents, you were saying how you wish you could buy lower. If you buy lower, you definitely go in, and you're not buying now, then you would never have bought, right? Because buying down here, right, buying at this 20-cent level, a lot of people say, oh, if I had the chance to buy that, if I knew what I knew now, I would have totally been buying. But obviously you wouldn't have. Obviously these people wouldn't have, because they can't buy. Because when we're down here, guys, it felt the same as when we were right here. The same sentiment is out there that XRP is going to nothing. XRP is going to zero, right? I saw someone say this is the final rug pull before XRP goes to zero. Guys, literally right here in this area, I saw the same things. People said this is the final rug pull before we go to zero. Okay, a lot of people are saying the white space, the white space. If we switch to a logarithmic chart, this here is that white space that people were talking about at 11 cents. If they said if we didn't hold that, look at the drop. We have white space, and what that white space means is if you look left, there's not much support. It's just straight up lines. So if we lost 11 cents, it's like down we go, all the way to nothing, all the way back down to possibly half a penny. If you're not buying now because it's scary, right? If you made a plan and your targets are hit now and you're not buying though because this is scary, you would have never bought. You would have never accumulated XRP at any of these prices, because at all of these prices it was scary. You only look like a genius after the fact. Okay, you only look smart, and people only ever congratulate you, if you can even get that, after the fact. Okay, these people will continue to buy green candles. They will never learn, because emotions never change. Okay, the only way you're going to make great money in this market is if you really learn to put a cap on your emotions. And right now, this whole scenario that is going on is really just exposing people. It's exposing humans' emotions, who has a cap on them and who doesn't. So I put out this tweet: despite the S.E.C news in regards to Ripple, the long-term chart for XRP still looks amazing. Many people wished for lower prices one last time when we were at 70+ cents. I have a feeling most of them won't take advantage of this because scary. With that said, guys, I'll say this: scary is an emotion. And one of the biggest things I try to tell you guys here, if you go to the About section of my channel, this is the biggest thing that I try to tell people about. There's never a good reason to FOMO or make emotional investments, and you should always do your own thorough research, okay? Just understand that if you're feeling scary right now, it's an emotion, and emotions get you wrecked in this market, so get rid of your emotions. With that said, guys, that is the video for today. If you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe and like. You get a video like this daily. We go over Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything going on in the crypto space to try and keep you up to date. Also, keep in mind that nothing we cover on this channel and nothing we covered in this video today is financial advice. I'm just documenting the daily crypto news, documenting this bull run, and I'm giving you guys some opinions along the way, and that's it. Also, guys, your support has been amazing. We're coming up on almost 16,000 subscribers. So make sure you hit the sub button, hit the like button, and most of all, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think of this entire situation? Are you guys agreeing with me? Are you disagreeing with me? Let me know how you feel about it. Are some of you selling? Are you not selling? Let me see what the digital investor family is thinking. And with that said, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody.